Day 36, it had been looking quite nice for our US dollar Swiss franc. Made a push the first day after the weekend, got about 0.5% up before the turn, and now all the way back down, around about 1/3% under the opening price now. Still all good though. It doesn't go into the overbought territory with the stochastic, so we don't have to manually close it down. See if we can find any signals. One straight off the bat with the Euro US dollar, and another with the Australian dollar US dollar. Pound US dollar, that gives the signal as well. You can see where this is going. Not for the dollar yen, nor for the New Zealand dollar US dollar. Does come through on the US dollar CAD though, so that's 4 on the dollar we're looking at. We're already in against the Swiss franc, of course. Well, that's for 0.5% risk, so we can take another 0.5% on one of these. There's potential for that. Let's check the minor currency pairs first. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. It's bounced on the stochastic, but it wasn't quite in the oversold on Friday at 5.21, so narrowly avoid a signal. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, stochastic is poking out there, 9.37 now. Swiss franc, Japanese yen too, plenty of signals tonight. Euro, Japanese yen, a signal there as well. That's the third now against the Japanese yen. Really weak day for it. That's it for the stochastics. Let's start getting some channels down here with the Euro US dollar first. Okay, that white line there, that is 1 year back. So we can see it, nothing in there for a long time, but we do have it dropping in there. Not only once, but twice in this range actually. There's a bit more of a certain one here where it first comes down and then bounces out. That one's all good. This one is a little shakier, but we do see it, price comes in and then it jolts back out there. So that's a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio on the Euro US dollar if we want to take it. Aussie dollar US dollar next. Similar here on the Australian dollar US dollar. We do have a bounce if we zoom in, not out. You can see that here. Price comes down and in a pretty certain manner it bounces back out. Still though, it only does it once this time around, whereas we had it twice on the Euro US dollar. We are going to prioritize a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio trades here, so we'll eliminate this one. Pound US dollar, you're up. There it is, back 1 year, and we can see we have a definite one there. That would make a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. We're going to have to zoom in on this cluster here. I don't think there is a signal. Yeah, you can see it cuts through the channel and then bounces. Doesn't actually bounce off the level, so it would only be a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio again. We'll chuck it away. Dollar CAD. This one I can immediately see it has been tested at this level twice as a resistance level. Really nice. This is what we want. You can see a bounce up here for the first time. This was July 2021. Out price comes, perfect stuff. Yes, here it does cut through, but we see over here, that's another one right there. In fact, there's a few signals in here. And there's another one over here. So this is a good 2-to-1 risk reward ratio one. Aussie dollar yen, let's see what we got. Nothing to begin with. We're going to have to zoom in on this area. We're looking for it as a support level on this pair. Bounces in, ranges within the channel, and then drops again, cuts through, and then cuts back. So nothing from that area. What about in here? We do have one. Price closed outside the channel. Back in it comes. Boom, back out. That is the only one though, so it would be a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio trade. We won't chuck it just yet because we're not in the Australian dollar or the Japanese yen currencies, but we want to check these other yens. So we check our channel. I don't think we actually have anything on this one. No, nothing in there. Scratch the Swiss yen. No problem. Euro yen, that's our last pair for checking now. Support level checking once more. We have had a couple trades on this one already. Don't forget, both of them went awry for us. Back-to-back trades. Those sell trades there. Stop loss and stop loss again. Maybe it'll be third time lucky. I do see at least twice here and here where it's treated as a support level. So we will go in on that. 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. That's the Euro Japanese yen. So we'll scratch out the 1-to-1 risk reward ratio trade on the Australian dollar Japanese yen. And we'll also scratch the Euro US dollar. So that means we're going with 0.5% on the US dollar Canadian dollar pair. That'll be our risk on this pair. And for the Euro Japanese yen, it'll be a full 1% risk. Channel distance on the US dollar Canadian dollar is 88 pips. So you can see the risk calculated on screen. It's going to be a 0.07 standard lots. And we're selling off the market as if it's a resistance level. It is open. Let's get rid of the channel and set ourselves a stop loss and take profit. Again, 2-to-1 risk reward. 880 points for the stop loss, 1,760 for the take profit. There we go. That seems pretty feasible, to be fair. I do like the fact that the stop loss is just above the high of this candle here. Gives us hope. Sometimes that's all you want, is a bit of hope. Euro Japanese yen, you're up next. Looks like quite a wide channel today. It was a volatile one after the weekend. Call that 100 pips. So that's the risk, 0.11 standard lots. And this way around we're buying it like it's a support level. Maybe it will be. Our 2 trades that we lost on it before were sell trades, so you never know. Maybe we got to buy it to get the way we want to go in. 1,000 and 2,000 points. There you go. Take profit right up at the resistance level there. Could be able to get that. Glad it's not above it. And again, the stop loss just beneath the low these last few candles. That low did dip a touch beneath it, but seems fine. It seems fair enough to give it a go. 3 trades now. Hopefully at least 2 of them, if not 3 of them, bring home the bacon. Let's come back tomorrow and see how they're doing. Day 37 here, not so good on the US dollar Swiss franc. That has taken a hit. Back down we come. And now we are looking sad that we didn't get to close it out here. If that stochastic had just pushed a little bit more, 94.49 was the close. If it had just tipped over 95, then we would have been able to close that out right at the peak as it is, and now we're only about £12 up. US dollar CAD though, that does hedge us against the US dollar a bit, as we are selling the market in this trade. And it does look like we timed it right before with our buy trade. If this can keep coming down, it will look very nice. Ride it up and then ride it back down. Don't mind some of that. Euro Japanese yen, pretty neutral day. Let's have a look on the 15-minute chart. It's been up and down on the 15-minute chart. It did take a dip this afternoon when the American market first opened, but has recovered this evening. Nothing to do on any of these charts. Let's see if we got anything else out there. Euro New Zealand dollar coming through on the stochastic. We're already in with the yen, so we can't get into this one. I'm just going to set up a channel quick. Yeah, it does look like we definitely would be taking a signal off this. It has been used as a resistance level quite a few times. Bit disappointed that we got a step aside of that trade and hold out with the Euro Japanese yen. Maybe it'll come again. We'll keep an eye on it. Pound New Zealand dollar, that's getting out of the overbought region. We've seen this before. There is no signal here. If we zoom out, you can see we are at all-time highs for quite a while, all the way back to May 2020, so no signal for us. Same with the New Zealand dollar CAD as well. It is at a low. It's bounced out of the oversold area. But if you zoom out, you can see it hasn't been at this price level since May 2020. No trade for us there. And finally, that is the same with the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. But this time, the last time it was at that price level, November 2020, still more than a year. No trade. Got to keep that risk managed. So there we go. We'll leave it with the 3 trades that we're on. And hopefully when we come back tomorrow, we'll have a few winners. Maybe. Day 38, all 3 of our trades still open, all of them just a little bit in profit, not too much going on today. A bit to our favour on the US dollar CAD, a bit against us on the US dollar Swissy, and a bit in our favour on the Euro Yen. But again, this is barely, only about £2 up on the US dollar Swissy and 50 pence on the Euro Yen. See if there's anything new. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, that goes overbought. Let's zoom out. There's potential that we could get into a trade when it comes out of that area. No new trades, no problem. We got 3 to the good here. Hopefully they can push even more tomorrow. Hopefully the US dollar Swiss franc can reverse once again. Still a kind of support area where we're at now, about where our entry price is. Hopefully this pushes up and this is the trend line. Like that. Wouldn't it be nice? Let's find out tomorrow if we're doing any better then. Day 39, and we have picked up a winner. It's on the Euro Japanese yen. What a run to the good today. European Central Bank more hawkish on interest rates for 2022. And so it is a 3rd time lucky with our trade. You can see those 2 previous trades not going so well for us on the shorts. But when we finally got a long signal, we are in. It was only a £140 win actually. I can see it should have been 200. What we messed up on, this was the same with our US dollar Canadian dollar trade as well. We didn't convert it over to Great British Pounds for our risk calculation. So it's calculated it as if it's US dollars. So it should have been a £200 win. Only 140 for us. Never mind. If we look now to our long-standing US dollar Swiss franc trade. Nice day for us. Pushed up, but it has come back down. Hopefully that's not a sign of the bears retaking control. We do want the push here. Want those 3 red candles to be a retracement on price. Keep us going to the good. We don't want to be in it for 6, 7, 8 weeks and then come out a loser. Really not what we want to see. And finally, not much movement on the US dollar Canadian dollar. It's got a little bit against us, but nothing to worry about. Again, did push up throughout the day, but has come back down since. So hopefully that push downward continues for us. Would be nice. Let us check the charts, see if we got any new signals. No new trades for us, not a problem. Maybe there'll be some waiting for us right before the weekend tomorrow. We'll be back then. Day 40, the end of the week, of course. US dollar Swiss franc, good day for us, went to our favor. Strong for the dollar was the NFP today. Pretty good jobs report, and that is reflected in the price of the dollar against the Swiss franc. But unfortunately, that is also the case on the US dollar Canadian dollar pair, which we're going the other way for. Did get pretty close to our stop loss, but fortunately it has pulled back from there. Hopefully this is the reversal we're after, and we can continue that downward pressure come next week. About £31 up on the US dollar Swiss franc, about £20 down on the US dollar CAD. No worries, let's see if we got any weekend signals. Almost overbought on the Aussie CAD, and same on the Euro Australian dollar, almost overbought. Euro CAD, that is overbought. Strong day for the Euro the last couple of days with the hawkish view on interest rates now. Well, not really that hawkish, but slightly more hawkish than ultimately dovish. Euro New Zealand dollar back in the overbought territory, no surprise. No additional signals from the stochastic oscillator for us though. We'll play it safe, we won't take any further action, and we'll see what happens come Monday. Hopefully there's a few more signals coming for us, a few more winning signals at least. Has been fairly quiet. We'll be back Monday. For now, let's just see how we did this week over in the journal. Let's get to our latest trade. You can see we've still got this gap here on the US dollar Swiss franc. Started on the 3rd of January, so over a month into the trade now. But this week we entered 2 and got out of 1. Nice trade on the euro yen. Again, this was the hawkish ECB move, saying now potentially they are going to raise interest rates in 2022. We really got on the wind of that, so a good bit of luck there. But just a bit of bad luck that we didn't adjust the risk properly and we ended up in US dollars rather than GBP, giving us only £140. The only other trade we entered was the US dollar CAD. That's not looking so good, so we might have a bit of luck back there where the risk was reduced on that pair, meaning that we'll face less of a loss if it does get to the stop loss. Still open for now though, so it might be a winner. Now £312.17 back, so it was a positive week for us. This was the only trade that closed, the Euro Japanese Yen, and it was a winner. So feeling pretty good about this week actually, and not too bad, and things have been getting stronger. If we can get a win out of these US dollar pairs, it's suddenly looking not too bad. We couldn't trade it with a complete loss obviously, but it's enough to give us hope that maybe just before the end we can get it back to positive. Maybe. Almost certainly not, but maybe, and that's the point, that little bit of hope, that 1 or 2% chance of, well, we might, it's possible. That's all we need. We'll be back on Monday to see if we can get some more of that going.